I noticed this common factor with a lot of young adults, and this in the society that we live today. It's hard to not feel like a loser. It's hard to not feel like we are in control of our lives. I I could almost guarantee if you get 10 young adults in a room, you ask every single one if they feel in control of their lives, 7 out of 10 would most likely say no, that they don't feel control, that they don't feel in control of their lives. And to get back to the loser part, like, I feel like a loser. A couple days ago, I had a conversation with my parents, and it sucked because a lot of the things that they were saying to me, I already realized about myself. They were saying that I can't be stuck, or I can't be continuing, basically along the lines of I can't be continuing to work at this current job that I'm at. I need to be working 40 hours a week, need to be on salary, need to save up for a car, need to have money in savings. It's just a bunch of stuff that I've already realized about myself. A bunch of things that I realize that I should have, that I feel like I should have. And I'm sure that I'm positive that I'm not the only one that feels like this. I'm not the only one that feels like I am kind of behind in society. The feeling truly, like, whenever I was sitting there just listening, kind I won't lie, I was kind of listening, kind of not. A lot of the things that they said were just like muffled in my head. But as I was sitting there listening to what they were telling me, I started to get a little bit upset because what they were saying was true. But one thing that I thought of is that today it's hard. It's kind of hard to have the things that I would like to have. It's hard to have the job that I would like to have. It's hard to get the car that I would want. And granted, I'm not asking for a six-figure job where a six-figure hybrid job and I'm driving a $50,000 car. That's not what I'm asking for. What I am asking for is some sort of stability, especially in the times that we're living in right now. And the feeling of stability probably extends to a lot of age groups, age groups above me and below me. And I feel as if every day it's like I'm operating through life on a tightrope. One stumble, and I'm just falling. I'm just failing. And to be honest, when they were telling me those things, when my parents were talking to me about that, in my head, I was just like, I am such a loser. In that moment, I did. Can't, I feel better now. But one thing that helped me get out of that mindset was there's only so much in this lifetime that I can do, that I can achieve. And it doesn't help looking into the far distant future, imagining this dream life that I have for myself and just almost fantasizing about it, really. the only thing that I can do is just live this life. Sorry, that was my phone. The only thing that I can do is just live this life a day at a time. And it's that statement is nowadays it feels easier said than done, especially for a lot of people around my age that feel helpless, especially in today. Does it suck that we are living life almost feels like this is the life almost feels like a simulation, and that's the first time that I've ever uh, that is the first time that I've ever said those words out loud. And it sucks. Does it suck that this if like sometimes it just does it feels like I'm not in control of my own life. But as I've said, something that the thing that has helped me is living life a day at a time. I watched I watched three different YouTube videos earlier today, and they were all made by people that I would assume are around my age, and they were all negative videos. They one was about job a person's experience job searching. Another one, the guy almost was having like a existential crisis about his life and how he operates through life and how life is just him waiting to die. And a third one was about an older dude who felt like he is living his life he is living his life that is amounting to nothing. And not on only YouTube, but I see like on Instagram Reels, I see a lot of people around my age that are making the same videos who feel like that they simply just don't have control of their life and that they're just living each day is just an attempt at just surviving, really. And as much as I want to agree with those videos that I see, part of me can't help but to just be optimistic about where I am in life. And that's not to say that you could have asked me a couple months ago if I felt like the same way that those other people in the videos felt like. And I probably would have said yes. I would have I would have agreed with those people. But fast forward to today, I feel grateful to live this life that I'm living. I feel less like a loser. And as weird as it sounds, I am optimistic about where I am and where I will be headed. It really doesn't. This is also going. This is also going to be another easier said than done statement, but it doesn't help to just look at all the negative things in that are happening in my life and have that be my identity. I don't want to be associated with all the negative things that are going on in my life. I've mentioned this in previous videos. Like, I've gone through a breakup, I've gotten rejected from a job that I really wanted, and I've had car issues, all in the span of about 3 months. In that moment, I felt like the lowest I have ever felt in my life. But something that has gotten me out of that rut was the fact that I shouldn't take all these little blessings that I have for granted. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I am grateful that I have a car that gets me from point A to point B. It may not be the newest thing on the line, but it's still something that I can use to drive to work. I can use to drive to hang out with my friends. I have a job that pays me good enough to enjoy the things that I want to enjoy and to buy the things that I want. Now, granted, right now I am in the process of saving up to get a different car, so money will be a little bit tight. But that is, that is another thing to look forward to. I have the opportunity to get something a little bit newer than what I have right now. The point with all of the point with this personal experience that I am trying to get across is that as young adults, we have to realize that we still have a lot of life ahead of us. We shouldn't we shouldn't feel stuck. And I know that my situation that I'm going through could be better than a lot of other young adults out there. And that is something that I don't take for granted. But the outlook that we have on life has to change. We have to, and it takes getting out of our comfort zone. It takes going out and forcing ourselves to try new things, experience different things. And a lot of the things that I say could go in one ear and out the other, and that's totally okay because, like I've said, a lot of the things that I'm saying are definitely easier said than done. But we have to really sit with ourselves and think, is for the season of life that we are all in, is this how we want to operate with all the things that are going on in the world right now? It can be hard. We are surrounded by negative news all the time. Like we are currently probably on the brink of a third world war, which is something that I don't think I would have ever experienced in my life. And life is just crazy. So, but as selfish as this is going to sound, I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of my own well being. I have to take care of my own mental health so that I can change my outlook on life, so that I can do the things that I want to do. It's not going to help me sitting on my phone, scrolling, looking at all these different things that I can't control. It's not going to help me get where I want to go. What will help me get where I want to go is taking time to myself, seizing the day that I am blessed to be a part of, that I am blessed to wake up. I am blessed to go to the gym, to work out, to better myself, to make these YouTube videos. I am so incredibly blessed to be where I am right now solely because I am selfish. Now I am trying to be selfish. And I said it as much like it's that truly is a selfish statement, but doing that is helping me change my outlook on life. I have I have family, I have friends, and they're the only people that I care about right now. And it's selfish. It really is. But doing those things has helped me to feel less like a loser. Doing those things has helped me to have a better outlook on life. And it really just comes back to controlling the controllables. One thing that is on my mind right now is attempting to get another job. And by today's standard, that is such an, it seems like, excuse me, it seems like an impossible feat. But what can I do now? Continue to work the job that I have right now and just apply my butt off to different jobs. And if nothing comes out of that, at least I tried. At least I tried to put myself out there. And do I think that a 9 to 5 is where I'm meant to be? No. As unfortunate as it is, but it is the cards that I am dealt with. I would like to work, I would like to work for myself. But with the position that I am in right now, I can't and I'm not able to. I, sorry, I mean I've been ranting on for a while, but it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to just be a little bit selfish. What are some things that you can do now to help yourself tomorrow? How can you just take things a day at a time? And really that is my personal message to anyone that feels, anyone that is experiencing the same things that I am experiencing. Will the things that I am saying possibly not help you? Yeah. But on the slight chance that it does, I would, I mean, I would rather attempt, I would rather make the attempts to feel like I am in control of my life than to not feel like I am not in control. And that's, and that's my truth. So, but enough yapping for me today. Please like and subscribe. I always forget to say that, but I hope that there are people out there that enjoy watching these videos as much as I enjoy making them. But I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.